Hey YouTube, Make My Marvel here with another video review and unboxing. This I'm very excited for. Actually, I haven't been this excited for a Sideshow statue in a while, but this is the new Magneto Maquette, the exclusive. You see it's $243 out of $12.50, and I'm watching reviews and seeing pictures and videos people have been posting, and things looking amazing. So I can't wait to get this open. So this obviously, like a lot of people have been saying, or everybody's been saying, this styrofoam does have the 3 compartments: the smaller compartment on the front, the main compartment, and the compartment on the back. My recommendation is to open up the compartment on the back first, pull out the cape that's under there, and that way you can lie it down on the ground and open up the rest. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so inside the top compartment here, we have some bits and pieces. Hand stuff for the base, and in the rest of the box we get the other pieces. More base bits, the heads, the exclusive head, body, bits, more bits, bits and bits. Yeah. Very excited for this. Can't wait to get it out. Box got some nice weight to it already, so definitely, it's going to be a heavy, solid statue. You can just tell by the weight of it, so very excited. All right, in the bottom of the base, as always, get you guys a shot of that. And let me flip it over. All right, so one little issue with the base that I have, we all know, like, Sentinel head, and there's the face, and that part's supposed to be the neck where it connects. And then you got, the jaw, like his lower jaw is here, and how he's power stretching it out. But this, like, black thing, if you look at the angle, yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to be like kind of like a collarbone or go into where, the Sentinel shoulder from the neck's kind of supposed to be. But to me, that, the big black piece kind of looks out of place. I know they had to make something for Magneto to key into, so they did that, but I don't know, I don't see where it comes out of the head part like normal, naturally, I guess, what I would kind of say, but one little gripe. All right, so let's just take a look at the base without anything on it right now, and I've been saying this since when they previewed the statue originally, when it's still a PF, the base wasn't like this at all. When they redid it and made it a maquette, they did a much better job on the base. And, the whole warping of the Sentinel head, everything, like, it's just really nice how they did. I think it's one of the best Magneto bases. It really demonstrates his power well. It gives that aura of his magnetic field around his body, crushing down on the Sentinel and stretching everything out. Just how it's stretching out his jaw and everything. It's really cool. Everything's fully sculpted on the base. Everything's fully sculpted on the entire statue except for the cape, which, I took the cape out, put it over there. That's fabric, and yeah, it comes with instructions, but whatever. Instructions. It's a statue. It's not a fucking rocket that we're trying to build. We can figure this out without the instructions. Everything's color-coded anyways. But again, like, yeah, I get it. Neck, connects here, but I do not know what this big black thing is. If anybody can help me out, please comment if it makes more sense to anybody. For me, it just looks like something they added as a way to key Magneto into the statue. Eyes do look really good, though. They're giving that kind of like hot rod, cherry red, candy colored look to it. They look nice. All right, so again, just want to get a little bit more of the base now that it's all the little pieces are on, before we put Magneto in there. And you can really see how that magnetic field that he generates, that protective bubble, his force field he keeps around him, it's perfect. It looks like, it's centered in here, it's pushing down, it's pushing out, warping everything around. I love how it's stretching the metal. They they got the tip silver as the paint's being stretched away from it. It almost looks like that, you know, Terminator 2 Terminator there with the liquid metal. It's really neat how they're doing that, how they gave it that effect. And they got some great colors going on with the base too. They got some, you can see in here, they got some sparkly paint going on. You know, it gave some flecks of, it does look like almost like glitter on some parts of it, and really scratched it up. Gave some great battle damage look to it. These wires are all sculpted. They would be cool if they were actual real wires that they put in here. They're not. They look great, but I think actual real, you know, wires would have been a really nice touch, especially because it's at that maquette price, more than the premium format price. But super, super cool looking. A really nice job of it. It's got some depth too. You can see how far, you know, that piece there goes back. Now, it might hinder some kind of displaying options you got if you got kind of, you know, not too deep shelves or anything. My shelves aren't that deep, so when I get it set up with kind of where I want him to display, I'm hoping it's going to fit there. And kind of give you a look and see how that works. Really, really cool. Love how they stretched out this jaw too. Really neat looking. All right, spent enough time on this. Let's get Mags out. Wow, Magneto is heavy as hell. His body is solid. Just as a little heads up, I took this piece out here to put Magneto in, just because the room that, if you try and slide Magneto in with this piece in place, there's not much of a, you know, gap between his foot and where it has to peg into his leg. So if you remove that piece, it makes it much, much easier to get him in. You know, so let's slides in and fits perfectly. Really does give a great feeling of him floating there. And you can see what I mean about that force field. Just looks like his foot, you know, that's an extension of his foot just stepping right down on the Sentinel's face. Really, really cool looking. I think his body could be painted a little bit better. There's some like blotchiness on the paint. It's not super clean, at least on mine. I mean, everything's where it should be, but I think it could be tightened up a little bit. The also other gripe that I'd have with this is that I wish they gave him more of a traditional look to his costume. I think the liberties that they took on his costume are nice, but I would like to have seen a little bit more traditional look to him. I really like the fact that they didn't make him over muscular. They gave him just a good, like, fit older man kind of physique without giving him like some super big bodybuilder, you know, Hulk kind of look to him. That would have been unnecessary and kind of out of place with the character, in my opinion. I mean, this guy is supposed to be same age as Professor X, you know, friends growing up together. So I like the fact that they gave him this kind of physique. All right, let's get the rest of this stuff on, starting with his cape. All right, so with the exclusive head, before I put it on, I just want to give kind of look around. Really, really nice looking head. I don't know. I never really cared for this being the exclusive, the unhelmeted head. I don't really think it fits the statue itself. I mean, the statue itself shows Magneto right in the heart of battle versus Sentinel. You know, really, why would he have his helmet off? It's a nice sculpt. You know, Sideshow, again, they always nail their head sculpts. So nice, really, really nice head sculpt. Everything's where it should be. It's painted perfectly. Looks great. But again, for an exclusive, yeah, you know, honestly, if they're gonna do an unhelmeted head for the exclusive, what would have been nice to tie it together is in this hand here, have his helmet levitating in his hand, you know, so that way he's kind of like holding his helmet, or it's kind of like levitating right above him. And that way you have the unmasked, you know, head sculpt. And I think that would have drawn the statue together much more, you know, nicely. If you kind of understand what I'm saying. But you can see here, if he had his helmet now in his hand, it would have tied together at least like, all right, he has his helmet with him. He was in the battle. Maybe he just took it off for a second or something, whatever. But with no helmet at all, it just looks kind of out of place with the rest of the statue. Again, my thoughts. As far as the execution of it, it's great. Seam is hidden perfectly. You can't even tell, like, really the seam's there. It just looks like the collar of his uniform. So it's really, really nice looking head sculpt. But, like I said, kind of out of place on the statue. So, what's that mean? That means move on to the standard collector's head, as they call it. Oh boy, where's the focus here? There we go. Boom. So you see they painted around his eyes of the helmet. Well, first of all, let's say awesome that they gave, you know, the Jim Lee Magneto look. Love the helmet. Love how the helmet is a different color than the uniform. It's a super vibrant red. It's got a nice shine to it. Looks like a, you know, it looks like a car's body. You can see the sparkle in it. Yeah, it's awesome. Got some candy effect to it. Really, really love how they did this. Face is nice. Fits the statue much more accurately. As far as the, you know, the whole scene they're trying to convey. The whited out eyes, him using his powers. You can actually see too the way they did the pupils. Oh, what's going on here? Let's not do that. There we go. You can kind of see that there's almost two different whites. The white of the eye, and then where the pupil is, that's kind of whited over. And it almost stands out. It's really, really nicely done. And then, you know, underneath, he's got a different haircut in this one. He's got like a short haircut underneath the statue. And they gave him some ears under there too. You can see where they painted his sideburns a little bit to the side. So, you know, probably a fully painted head underneath this helmet. So really, really nice job. Killing it. And then let's get this on. That magnet's wicked strong. And there he is with the helmet on. To me, that looks way, way nicer. People are kind of complaining about the neck, saying it's weird positioning. It's not. In person, it works out perfectly. Maybe in the pictures, from some angles, it might look a little odd, but not at all. Like, that is just kicking ass. So psyched to have this statue. I tried to give the cape, you know, the cape is, first of all, two different fabrics, inside, outside. This is more of like a darker purple, and then a lighter purple on the outside. Sewn really well. There's a ton of wires. You can pretty much pose this thing any way you can imagine. I really tried to give it that billowing look over the shoulders. There's a lot of times in a lot of comics, especially in the Jim Lee series, the early 90s X-Men, where he's kind of got some billowing shoulders. So I tried to recreate this here. But yeah. I'm digging it. I know my buddy James and Omar are waiting patiently for theirs. You guys are going to love this thing. Absolutely going to love it. All right, let me see if I can back up a little bit here and give you guys kind of an overall size shot of it. You know, rotate a little bit. So yeah. I'm going to stick him kind of where the other X-Men are displayed and see if he actually fits where I'd like to put him. He may not. I may be fucked. Okay, and then quickly, this is where I got him. I don't got much juice on the phone, so I'm afraid it's going to die on me. But I put him up there. I tried to get him, you know, down there with the rest of the X-Men, but it was no dice. He would fit, but I'll tell you, man, this thing here, this piece, it just sticks out way too far to be able to like fit him into a shelf so he's facing directly out. I couldn't do it. So this is the best scenario I came up with. You know, I moved the 3 Hulks down there and got him there. I mean, I love it. It's fucking, you know, it's a great place for him. I like where he is. I get to see more of him, but I would like to have him with the rest of the X-Men. But, you know, I got some room on the shelf if I move Magneto back a little bit. Maybe able to get one of the newer pieces I got coming out. It'd be cool to get the new Mystique Premium format side by side with them if I can. So I'm going to try and do that. We'll see. Hey, as always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great night.